Hello students, welcome to the next session of economics. In this session of economics, we will discuss about the case study which is showing the benefits of the foreign trade and what is the impact when a MNC or a country started expanding its business in the different countries. So we have a case study of Chinese toys in India. So what was the impact on Indian market with the introduction or advent of these Chinese toys companies in India? We will discuss in this session. We are doing the chapter globalization, and here we are going to discuss about the impact of the foreign trade or globalization on the different countries. So how the countries are expanding their business, how they are doing the integration in the markets of the different countries, here we are discussing. So this is a case study of the let us see the effect of foreign trade through the example of Chinese toys in the Indian markets. So Chinese toys in India, let's discuss. Chinese manufacturers learn of an opportunity to export toys to India. When they came to know in India there is a huge toy market, so they've started exporting toys in India where toys are sold at a high price, because when they came to aware of that fact in India they will get good price for the toys, so they have started manufacturing more and exporting more to the India. They start exporting plastic toys to India. Buyers in India now have the option of choosing between Indian and the Chinese toys. Because of the cheaper prices and new designs, Chinese toys become more popular in the Indian markets. So, what was the impact as Chinese toys started selling? They came in the Indian markets. Their designs were unique, their designs were attractive, they were of new designs, and they become very popular due to their prices also. They were of cheap price as well as their designs were new. So, Indian has started liking those Chinese toys. So within a year, 70 to 80% of the toy shops have replaced Indian toys with Chinese toys. And toys are now cheaper in the Indian markets than earlier. Previously, there was very few Chinese toys were there in India, and the prices of toys were very high. But with the introduction of the Chinese toys, which are cheap in price and new in designs, everyone started grasping them. The Indians have started welcoming. They start welcoming those Chinese toys because the sellers were going to get the huge profits, and the buyers were will get the product at cheap price with the latest designs. So overall, if we'll see, so due to this foreign trade strategy of China, now the toys in Indian market are cheaper than before. So what is happening here? As a result of trade, Chinese toys come into the Indian markets. In the competition between Indian and Chinese toys prove better. Indian buyers have a greater choice of toys and at lower prices. For the Chinese toy makers, this provides an opportunity to expand business. The opposite is true for Indian toy makers. They face losses as their toys are selling much less. So, finally, the impact is adverse on the Indian toy manufacturers as Indian toy makers started facing losses as their toys are selling much less than before, because earlier they were having the monopoly in the Indian toy market and they were selling their toys at a very high price. But as Chinese toys uh, started in India, so they were of cheap price and with the new designs. So now they capture the market. 70 to 80% of the market within a year they capture, and due to that result, Indian toy makers or the Indian toy manufacturers facing losses now. So in general, with the opening of trade, goods travel from one market to another. So when we open the channel of trade, so goods of one country travel from one with the other market. Choice of goods in the market rises. In the physical class session, we were discussing कि as earlier there were very few juice brands in India, fruit juice brand. Now we have the Real, Tropicana, and Paper Boat. Many brands are there which are giving us options to choose from the different companies, different brands. So prices of similar goods in two markets tend to become equal, and producers in the two countries now closely compete against each other even though they are separated by thousands of miles. We can say there is an Indian brand Parle which is making fruity, and international brand Coca-Cola is producing Fanta. But in the market, both are selling almost at a similar price, and the Indian company is facing competition from a company of US, the Coca-Cola company, with whose product is Fanta or Slice. So this company, Indian company, is facing competition in Indian market from a miles, thousands of miles away corporation, that is the Coca-Cola company. तो इंडियंस को भी इंडिया में रहते हुए थाउजेंड्स ऑफ माइल्स अवे की कंपनी है जो कि इंडियन मार्केट में आई है, कंपटीशन फेस करना पड़ता है, राइट. So foreign trade thus results in connecting the markets or integration of markets in different countries. So why we are studying this topic? Because foreign trade is doing the integration, or it is connecting the markets of the different countries. So we have now some questions. Let's work these out. Questions are there. The first question is, this is your homework, this is a to-do list for you, these are the to-do work for you, you need to do. Number one is, what was the main channel connecting countries in the past, how it is different now? Now we study trade, foreign trade, and how previously the different countries were connecting with each other. You need to answer. The question number two is, distinguish between foreign trade and foreign investment. So here we have discussed about the foreign trade but not about foreign investment. So now I am telling you about the foreign investment. Foreign investment can be of two type. Simply when a foreign country or individual or group of individuals, like institutions, investing in any foreign country, like Australia is investing in India. So this is called foreign investment. Ab now there are two categories of investment, foreign investment. One is foreign direct investment and another is foreign institutional investment. क्या difference होता है? If Australia is opening its own Australian bank in India, establishing it, so the whole profit will go to the Australia of that bank. So that is the foreign direct investment of Australia. The name of bank is Australian Bank. Profit will go to the Australia. Similarly, they have the Australians have established another company, SG brand, cricket bat factory in India. They have established due to the favorable conditions, availability of cheap price labor and the wood and the packaging, labeling, etc. So they have established a cricket bat industry or in India. So this type of investment in which they are having their own name, they are the owner of the company, is called foreign direct investment. If the Australian government, the Australian bank is investing in Tata Group or Reliance Group in India and taking only the benefit or profit from the shares, so this is called foreign institutional investment, and it is a part of foreign investment. So foreign investment is the simply investment by any foreign country in the domestic country is called the foreign investment. If the country is doing investment and establishing its own institution, giving its own name, owing all the business by itself, then it is foreign direct investment. But if it is not uh, establishing any factory itself, not giving its name, so if they are investing in any Indian company, then it, and just taking out their share of profit, then it is foreign institutional investment. और foreign trade क्या होता है? It is the process by which the different countries interacting or interconnecting or making trade relations with each other. Next question is, in recent years China has been importing steel from India. Explain how the import of steel by China will affect. So we have 3 points. Steel companies in China पे क्या impact होगा? What will the impact of steel companies in India? And C, industries buying steel for production of their industrial goods in China. So what will be the impact? What will be the effect on these companies of different countries? So what China did, importing steel from India. So let's see the last question, which is for you. How will the import of steel from India into the Chinese market leads to integration of markets for steel in the two countries? Explain. Very important. The integration of market for steel, that means the foreign trade. India and China are involved in the foreign trade, and this export from India and import from China is strengthening their relationship, is doing a integration of markets for steel in two countries. You need to explain this. Okay, so this is your homework, and in the next session we will start the topic, what is globalization. Now, till whatever we have studied, whatever I taught you, you have any query, question or doubt, you can discuss. And I am arranging the online sessions. You are attending the online session in Google Meet classes, and you are also joining the physical classes, so you can discuss your difficulties and queries. Okay students, so see you in the next session.